So welcome back to the channel, guys. So in this video we are going to see the irrigation and irrigation system, which is the part of general studies 3, and this part is belongs to the agricultural part of the paper. So what is irrigation? So irrigation is the application of providing water artificially in those areas who has less amount of water. So as we can see as we know, the irrigation is the artificial application of water, so that the application of water to crops or plants, especially when the artificial agricultural field does not get enough water through the rain. So those areas who face the acute water scarcity, in this area the irrigation is the best option to provide the water to the crops. So as we know, India having a huge amount of irrigated area, but still India faced acute water scarcity. So for that, to providing the water to such area who having the scarcity of the water, we need to adopt the irrigation methods. So this point is explained here. We need to adopt the irrigation methods that helps not only saving the fresh water but also providing the sufficient water to the plant growth. So thus the process of supplying water to the crop by artificial means, such as canals, wells, tubewells, tanks, etc., from the source of water such as rivers, tanks, ponds, or underground water, is called as irrigation. So basically, this is the medium of the this is the medium of the water. This is the medium of the water, means through this medium the water can pass from one place to the another place, and this is the source of water, means from this source the water from this source, and the water can move to the area where the amount of water is less. So this is the source. And this is the medium. The water are transferred from this medium through this source of the water. So this is the definition of the irrigation. The process of supplying the water to the crop by artificial means such as canals, wells, tubewells, tanks, etc., from the source of water such as rivers, tanks, ponds, or underground water, is called as irrigation. Now here we can see the need of the irrigation. Why the irrigation is important? The irrigation is important for to enhance the productivity, means the farmers are, after the irrigation, farmers are able to get the multiple crops in a particular area. Also the fertility of the soil get increased by the irrigation. The farmers, so the irrigations are reduce the dependence of monsoon and rain-fed agriculture, so that also the farmers are easily get the multiple crops by the irrigation. Because of the lack of monsoons, the farmer are unable to get the multiple production in a same field in a same field. So but through the irrigation it is possible. And also here, as we discussed, the first, to enhance the productivity by means of multiple cropping, we can discuss this point here. Enhance the productivity means farmers are get the more product in less time. So this is the major importance of the irrigation. Now we can see the source of irrigation. The factor influencing the suitability of irrigation system, that the suitability of various irrigation method, that is the surface, sprinkler, or drip, depends mainly on the following factors. So basically these are the types of, basically these are the types of the irrigation. These types of the irrigations are mainly depend upon this factor, means which type of the irrigation are suitable for this area, are completely depend upon the natural conditions. And in the natural condition there are topography, soil, and rainfall, means how many percentage rainfall are uh, are are fall to be there, and how the topography and which type of the soil are there. So these are the factors which are responsible for which type of the irrigations are suitable for this area. So this is the technology, labor, and cost also the major factors for applying the types of irrigations of that area. So the main type of the irrigation includes wells, canal, tank, traditional water harvesting techniques, and micro irrigations. So the traditional irrigation types of include the irrigation practices of rural area, which are being done from ages. That means the traditional in some area there is the traditional irrigation systems still uh, still used in some area of the country. And these traditional type of the irrigation are used the farmers from the long time. These are the names of that traditional methods of the irrigation. So the any irrigation system require three components. So these are the major three components which are required for the any irrigation system. Now here we can see the modes of irrigation. There are several modes of several methods of the irrigation. They vary in how the water supplied to the plants. The goal is to apply the water to the plants as uniformly as possible, so that each plant has amount of water it needs, neither too much or not nor too little. Means the balance amount of waters are required for each plants. So that there are several methods of irrigation that they are vary in how the water are supplied to the plants. And irrigation can also be understood by whether it is supplementary to rainfall as happens in many parts of the world, or whether it is full irrigation whereby the crops are rarely depends on on any contribution from the water. The full irrigation is the full irrigation means the farmers are completely depend upon the irrigations. Irrigation systems means in this area the less amount of water, less amount of monsoon are falls, so that these in these types of the area the full irrigations are done. So that means these peoples are completely depend upon the irrigation system. So these are the very important notes important notes for the UPSC exams. You can take the screenshot of it, or you can pause the video and make the notes, or you can write down it and make a notes to yourself. So the surface irrigation, which is the type of the irrigations. Surface irrigation, as we can see through this picture, the surface irrigation means the whole surface. So here we can see surface irrigation are also known as the gravity irrigation, which is the oldest form of the irrigation and has been used for the thousands of years. The surface for so the irrigation system of the water moves across the surface of the agricultural land in order to wet it and infiltrate it into the soil. So here we can see the how it happened. Surface irrigation is happened. So this type of the irrigations are so this is the surface type of the irrigation, as we can see in the picture. So the micro irrigation, now here we can see the micro irrigation. So the micro irrigation, sometimes called localized irrigations, low volume irrigations, or trickle irrigation is a system where the water is distributed under low pressure through a pipe network in predetermined pattern and applied as a small discharge to each plant or adjacent to it. The traditional drip irrigation used to individual emitters. Means basically there are two types of the micro irrigations. That is, first one is in this type of the irrigation, the first is the drip and another one is sprinkler. So drip irrigation means the so this is the drip irrigation, as we know. So what happen in drip irrigation, we can see the drip irrigation through diagram. What happen in drip irrigation, so here this, for example, this is the crop, and this is the crop, and this is the water pipe, this is the pipe. So the what happen in on drip irrigation, the water are directly, these are the roots of the plant. So what happen in drip irrigation, the water are directly fall to the root of the crop. That's why it is called as the drop irrigation or drip irrigation. So this is the way it can actually work. Now after the drip irrigation, you can take the screenshot of it. And this is the sprinkler irrigation. And what happen in sprinkler irrigations, the sprinkler are also known as the overhead irrigations. Water is piped to one or more central location within the field and distributed by the overhead high pressure sprinkler organs. A system use sprinkler sprays organs mounted overhead on permanently installed risers is often referred to as a solid state irrigation systems. So this is basically about sprinkler irrigations, and this is the picture of the sprinkler irrigation and drop irrigation. So this is the sprinkler irrigation, and this is the drop irrigations. So I hope this is the useful video for you guys. If you like the video, you can like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you.